Hello, welcome to my Leo Nation. Angela here with High Priestess Healer 1111. Thank you for joining me. I'm opening the box, and for anybody who seems important to you, they just flew out. I'm about to put them back in though. They may come out later. The Empress and the Hangman is upside down. So we are going to use the Light Seers Tarot for those who like to know. And we're going to ask Spirit, Angels, and Guides, your higher self. I asked my higher self already to be here and to be a channel for you with any messages that come through me or otherwise in the cards. Please also look and pick up and see what you pick up with your intuition, and obviously take that if that's what resonates, and if not, it doesn't feel right, then it's not for you, okay? Don't try to make and fit your case, okay? All right, for my Leos, let's see what's going on. That's right, we got some bosses here. I like this. There's a lot of fire. There's an Empress. This is the second time I opened to the Empress. Been getting Empress in a lot of readings as the first card that comes out. Okay, so you may have a King of Wands in your life, a fire sign. What is Empress? Is that the little Libra? I'm not sure. Something about the moon and the earth, your emotions, water, desires, passion. You're drawing somebody near. You're drawing somebody to you as your Empress. You're going to draw your Emperor to you. Look around his torch. You can see the circles around it. And it's just like he's following this vibe that he feels, you know, and he's determined, see the line in the back, to go after it because it feels so good. So the things that feel good to your heart, go towards those things that make you feel alive and like, wow, and just something different, you know, because we should be growing and feeling deeper and deeper emotions as we deepen them with ourselves and our Creator and our family and friends and the spirit realm. Yeah, so pretty abundant looking there. Pretty good look so far. I like it. Like the energy. The energy is amazing. So that's great. But what else would you expect from a Leo? I mean, there was even a lion in the sun, in the background. Oh, but there's the hurts and the pains. Hope they're just going down the drain. Yeah, they're going down the drain. You're recovering right now. And baby girl, baby boy, don't you even worry, because the sunshine is there. The sun's there for you. It must just be your time. I feel like it's just your time, finally, you know. Like the gods or the God, you know, answered your question, you know. You've meditated all that you can meditate, and it's like, when is this XYZ going to happen, you know? I've been putting into this business, or I've been putting into this relationship, or I've been putting it into myself, or whatever, you know. But you'll learn the lessons you needed to along the way, and learn what it meant to become patient, learn what it meant to be balanced, learn to know, you know, when to be assertive and when to be more gentle, and you know, just have better communication skills with people, and be very compassionate where you're service oriented, and you know, you show your vulnerabilities instead of acting out you know, a fear and ego, and are really you know, aware and conscious, higher conscious enough. See, he's even balancing something. And he's an angel. Very aware of your surroundings, you know. You're raising to a higher level, okay? Like an awakening. Higher level of understanding things, of viewing things, of wanting things, and living things. So everything's going to change for you. It's going to feel like the sun got brighter, you know, but not too hot, not too cold, just perfect, you know, just, just perfect, you know. So let's see if we get any poppers that come out. That's just channeled messages that I feel for you. Let's see what the messages want to say. I mean, we've got Holy Spirit, we've got the angels, archangels, your ancestors, mine, both of our guides. Is there any messages here for my Leos that you'd like me to convey to them for the first 2 weeks of May? Please. Okay, thank you. Yeah, 9 of Cups. You're standing in or just coming out of, you know, walking away from some negative things that you didn't like, that hurt you, that made you have pain, right? That 5 of Cups. So that I was like, uh-oh, there's some hurts, remember? And so you're at the end of that. You grieved enough, and you said, no more. I don't want to grieve anymore. Like, I need to heal. And then, you know, and so you work on your healing and you recovering, and now 9 of Cups, you feel brand new, you're very, you know, independent, you feel free, you know, like limitless, you know, like happy, you know, like you're in a happier state of place being, okay? You're not in that sad place anymore, okay? Either that or you want to, but it feels like you are. You're just, your zest for life is back or something, you know? We got this Knight of Cups that came out. I'm sorry. It looked like it was upside down. This one's like sideways, but I'm going to go upward with it. Yeah. There's that 5 of Cups, grieving, loss, what have you. So maybe you had a breakup, and then it looks like, you know, it hurts you, or, you know, it's hurting you. So maybe the 9 of Cups is what you want to aspire to be. You're either one or the other, right? But what it says to me is, I feel like, is this is you. That's the energy I got, that this is you. Or someone you want to be, okay? And I guess, you know, if there was some type of a breakup, then, you know, I can see where the grief, it would play into, fit into that scenario. So 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and 5 of Pentacles. Right, what else for us? 5 could be important. There's definitely some major changes happening right now, if not some endings. 9, it pretty much is already like completion as well. I mean, might as well be, right? Because 10's right around the corner. So you're just, you know, like tying up some loose ends, you know, and ready to jump on out of, you know, any grief or pain, and letting it go. It's like letting go everything that I thought was important but really isn't, you know, that I've been holding on to for too long, you know. So you know now that you're going to have different experiences because you are leaving behind this grief. So you now are going to be able to live a different kind of life. Okay. I just see, you know, the wood right here in the door. Just, you know, how there's a circle for every year that a tree is alive. And for me, it's like, okay, there was something that had to do with repetitive motion, repeating, you know, and the effects of it, and people's reactions, you know. And so I think communication sounds like something that needed to be had better and wasn't. So that was probably the downfall of this relationship. Or if you're in it now and then haven't broken up, you can, you know, prevent that by learning, you know, that you need to communicate better. You need to both, if you're in a relationship or if you're single, you need to figure out, you know, what's truth from error for you, what's right from wrong for you, not anybody else, and decide what's going to be best for your highest self, for your highest good, where you feel good, right, where you feel happy. But I see that you, the grief you know, you've been working hard on yourself. I can see you moving forward because look, now you're Six of Swords and you're moving on to calmer water. Doesn't mean, oh, you're all better now, but it means, hey, you know, I'm doing something about the situation because I'm tired of being in pain. I'm tired of grieving over whatever this Knight of Cups in the reverse is, you know, which looks like a breakup. And then over, you know, like I said, over here, be careful what you choose. Weigh your options. Don't just, you know, jump in or out of anything. You know, all of a sudden. Just do your research first, you know, on anything or anybody. And, you know, choose wisely, you know, when it comes to partnerships and love, if that's what we're talking about. Because that's like the biggest decision that you'll ever make for you and for your family, right? Okay. All right. So there's some kind of confusion. You just didn't, you know, your heart is like torn in a million pieces or something. It's just being pulled in a million. In several pieces or places, but you want, like, you don't want to be where you're at. So it's like it's like you really had to give a lot of effort to get yourself moving forward in a different direction, good or bad. You know, good or bad. It's like, good, you know, good or bad, you decided to make some decisions because you didn't want to be here anymore. Okay? So I give you props for that. You got yourself up. You don't look like you're doing too good, you know, but, you know, a couple steps down, you know, after you've made a decision, it looks like you've made the right one. You're feeling confident about the decisions that you've made. And now, you know, you want to be the light. You want to be the light to the world. You've been wanting to be, you know, show your talent or your gift and use it for good. And you know that a lot of people, their gifts are starting to develop or come to them for the first time. So here we talk about things like that. If you need help developing, you know, the gifts that you have, so that, you know, you're best able to use them and they feel more like gifts than less than. But it looks like you are doing a lot better. There's some kind of something is motivating you now. You've got some kind of motivation, and it looks like you've got some goals and some plans, and you're just like, you know, it's like, now I get to do what I've always wanted to do. So I think you're really just trying to make decisions in general about, you know, your life and what you should do with it, you know. So that, you know, we should always take stock every now and then if we're living the life we want to, right? Or the one we're called to. I have the channel message that you're being called to do something. Okay, so wait, it's coming in. Prepare by healing. And everybody has a purpose. So man or woman, you have a purpose, and God has a plan, and He has a calling for you, and it's coming very soon. So work on your healing. He can use broken, but He wants you to be. It would be more beneficial, less. How do I put this? It'd be easier on you if you were more healed. Okay. I hope that made sense. So yeah, you are victorious over whatever it is that you desire to do, you plan to do. You know, what you said would happen happened. So you must be good at manifesting, which wouldn't surprise me since we saw two empresses today. And here she's all confident and amazing looking, kind of like the Queen of Wands, the Aries card. I like that there's a lot of fire here now, though, after some confusion and heartaches and, you know, apparently probably a lot of pain before you became this Nine of Cups, where you're getting your wish fulfillment, you know, and feeling confident and amazing. So looks like you're not even sure what direction to go in. You just know that you gotta go. Okay, that's the feeling I get for these cards. And it's like she's looking out the window, and she's just like, he or she. It's a picture of a woman, so I say she, but I'll say you, because there's only two boys here. Yeah, there's two boys. So Two of Wands is like, I'm, just kind of reviewing her life again. What do I want to do with my life? Am I making the right decisions? Am I the person I always wanted to be? Is there things that I still want to do that I haven't done? But you got to get out of the mode of thinking and planning, and now it's time to do some action, okay? So you need to at least put forth some action, something. And, the universe or our spirit team will help us on the rest. I mean, how else would we be able to walk on a tightrope, holding on to these light bulbs and reading a book? Like, that's just supernatural, right? So you're getting a lot of help, but they're saying you need to put some of your own effort into it. It's time to let go of the old and start making some new effort towards a new life of feeling better and doing better, being better than you were before, because that's what you wanted to do. You came here to do that. It's not easy. Change doesn't feel good, right? I've told some people, pain, well, it just means that you're growing, right? So just take it easy, ease yourself into new concepts and, integrating them and, going through any process you need to. No need to go speeding through it, Part of the journey is actually going through it, It's nice to see, who's there for you and who's not there for you. So, not that I would treat anybody differently, right? But it's still nice to know. It would definitely be proof. Not that I need proof. I mean, you can definitely know who's got your back, when you need it. But you'd be surprised, who does too, even if you never thought about that person, okay? So now I know that there is a breakup for sure. This is definitely screams. And, she's screaming. This screams breakup, heartache, pain, misery, anguish. I mean, this doesn't look like it's something easy for you to do. I mean, if it was easy, you'd be happy, you'd be jumping and for joy and whatnot. But no, this came before just to show the energy that you want to be in. And this is what motivated you to do it, because you had the breakup, like I said, and you wanted to move on to calmer waters, and because you're tired of grieving, and you're trying to make the right choice, and it looks like you found a lot of motivation, and you succeeded, and you're just looking now after that, ready to kind of move in another direction, and leave the past in the past. You're realizing that, if I want to move on, I have to let go of the past. That the heart is mended as much as it can be. So one thing that I learned here, actually, was it today or yesterday? A lot of times in the victimization mode, we can, talk a lot about our pain and how people hurt us or whatever. But, there's always two sides of the coin. So we have to make sure that we own up to what we did, and be able to say to, that person, you know, this is what I felt like I did, you know, you know, I'm really sorry for that, you know. Whether, you know, you get back together or you don't, like, you're obviously already broken up, but there's still some kind of confusion here, with the Two of Swords. You're two, you know, of two minds, you know. That might be if he's, you know, someone's still trying to get back with you or something, but you're like, but my heart hurts so bad, and, you know, I think you need to follow your heart that is the part of it where it makes you feel happy. It's not counterfeit either, right? I've talked to you about unfeigned love, not superficial love. Deep, unconditional, eternal love, okay? And so if you've done things one way and it hasn't panned out how you wanted, you might want to adjust things and try them another way so you don't keep attracting the same experiences that cause you so much pain and indecision and misery. Okay, you've learned your lesson, and so now it's time to make good choices. Okay, that's your channeled message there. It's time to make good choices. Yay! That's not so hard. It's time to make good choices. So I might title that if I remember, which I probably won't since it was channeled. Let's see, what time was that? I can still remember the time. Oh, there it goes. 21, if I can remember that. Oh my goodness, let's see. What else do we got here? Let's see. So it looks like you're using your logic and intellect now more than you are your heart. It looks like you've got your heart all used up there. So yeah, I mean, looks like you're being, yeah, either this is the person trying to, you know, come back to you and, you know, offer more love, you know, or put the charm on again. You know how the whole cycle goes, you know, the honeymoon phase, and then you get back on whatever weird cycles you had going on that were unhealthy. Or this could be a new person. Page of Cups usually is. So I say that you either start to love yourself or that someone is coming into your life and it feels like love. So I feel like there's someone that's coming into your life. I was going to say into your life. Okay? There's at least some good news. And it also feels like you're making good decisions. Okay? You're making good decisions because they're coming from the heart. They're coming from where you know that you're going to feel good. That's going to be good for you and you'll be happiest, right? So you're really bossed up there as a King of Swords, male or female, and started getting very decisive, starting getting analyticals, you know, and not just from the heart. You know, you have to have the heart help, but the mind also has to put its take in there before making a decision, and then they need to be cohesive, you know, in the decision making. So you're wiser now. You've been through something that helped you to become this King of Swords. So we thank our previous relationships for the things that we've actually learned that became lessons and blessings. I like to say that. It's just a new kind of teaching that I like to teach. Because I feel like they probably came here and played the part of the bad person, or you the bad person to them, and like either way it's all out of love. Because if we decided to come down here, like I believe, and decided to, you know, I'm going to be here for you at this time or what have you, it's like I'm helping you to learn a lesson that you need that's priceless. That can move you up towards where you need to be, higher and higher, until you get to, you know, your purpose, and then feeling happy and being joyful and overcoming all the things that you need to overcome. I want to do that. I want to be that for you. And usually it's the opposition, so that's out of love. And so that's why I say we thank them, because they decided they would be the opposition in your life, so they have to be the person that probably is not the good guy, so, if you know what I'm talking about. So, all right, Legos. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. You're so amazing. You're so vibrant. Okay, Ten of Swords. You've had enough. So, as King of Swords, you're like, I want nothing toxic. And everything has got to go. That doesn't make me happy or my life head in the right direction that I want to. Okay? So we are letting go of all things that ail us, and we give up or we surrender these things, and turn our Creator gives us peace. Okay? We just hand that right on over to them. All right? Let's take a little break real quick here, and then we'll add some on top of those as confirmations. Here's my Moonology deck. So yeah, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So you can see the scales, which means there's going to be justice in all this. It's going to be a win-win, okay? So don't worry about that, whatever it is that's going on. A time to give rather than to take. All right, and we'll take one popper, please. I feel happy. You guys must be happy right now. Like feeling, you know, more confident, more like yourself, more like happy, more like motivated, like more times happy than sad. Like I don't even feel sad, you know, like I could even feel sad. Like I feel like I'm in love or something like that. Like, with those googly eyes. It's this Page of Cups energy, man. I'm telling you, whoever's coming in for you, man, they got it. They got it good for you. I mean, look at the chest and his hand and those hands with the little hearts. Yeah, somebody got it in for you. So you should, I mean, you might be hearing from somebody, and they don't look like this other person that's upside down. I'm sure there's a reason why this one's gone too, so I don't feel any good energy there, especially since it's upside down. But this one here, whew, hot tamales. Yeah, with these cards, the main thing is that you made the right choice. And that's actually been the big theme for everybody lately, is like to make the right decision, make the right choice, you know? So that's why I'm always, you know, I'm always like, well, I'm trying to teach you guys how to tap into your intuition, right? So you can speak directly with the Creator, get your own answers. So I know you come here for answers, and you have some of your own, but if you can go straight to source, that would be ideal. That's what I'm actually really pushing for in my teachings, okay? So, you got a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Wow. You may be with an Aries. I know there's a lot of fire in here. Lots of fire. So, I don't know. That actually feels good. That doesn't feel like bad. Like you would think fiery, like, oh, it's going to be a fight or something. For me, it feels good, like passionate. I don't know why. Let's read what it says. Probably has to do with something like breaking up. It's always about breaking up. Oh my goodness. Yes, even in my own show or my own channel. Let me just see what page it is. Full moon. Okay. Full moon, yeah, they would say that we would full moon. If we're gonna moon you, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna full moon you. That's how the Aries are. Let me see. Just joking. I just seen them in movies. Okay. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me, me, me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself. Which means you can create your way out of it too. Okay, did you understand that? I hope you just heard that last sentence. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Okay, so be careful with your words, be careful with your decisions. Keep calm. You know, if there's something that you're going to be arguing about, if they're talking about it like that, let's just see. Create your way out of it. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. That one doesn't feel good. Let's see. Attune to the moon. Be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Be calm. Like I felt like someone's getting into a fight. It's getting like a fiery climax, you know, like you're going to start like screaming at each other or something, you know. It's like, no, that's not the way we act anymore. Okay, those are lower vibe, you know, ways of being. We know how to communicate now, and if not, that's why you're here, because you're learning how to communicate. So that, because I'm a life coach and I can help you learn that, those types of things. So it says here to finish that, so I'm going to reiterate that. Be nice, be kind, smile, be polite, like for real, not actually, as my daughter would say, not like pretending. Okay, and as you navigate to where you want to be. And I'm going to just go ahead and throw this out there. If you can't be nice to somebody or kind or polite, like that's like what I would call decent human being 101. You know, so if you can't be like that around a person, I want to challenge you to ask yourself why. Why is that? And then possibly change the behavior, and maybe you might get a different outcome. For me, it's looking like you're a little bit selfish, because the first thing it says is it's time to see if you've been a little bit too me. The tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. See, but that's the thing. That's a big theme too. Everybody's breaking up because no one knows how to compromise. So if you want to save your relationships and they're important to you, those are the things you have to work on. Those are the lessons you need to learn so that you can move forwards, so that you can be happy, you know? Okay? So, additional meanings. Being assertive is good, just don't ride rough hood over anyone. Okay? If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. Be the issue. You need to have more fun. Teaching. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. Oh, I so knew it. Like, I've been feeling this. I didn't know it was for your reading. If that's even possible, that would be a new gift for me. I've been feeling like there's going to be some kind of fight or some kind of argument. It's going to be something fiery. It's like a fight, you know. And I was like, whoa, is this, you know, between me and such? But hopefully it's just for you guys. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to pound that off on you, but I don't want to fight with nobody and have no fiery climax. I'm not going to be fiery with nobody. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to smile because I care about people. Because I'm a decent human being. Because I can communicate. I can compromise. Okay, so for those people that you can't do those things with and reason with, I am so sorry for you. I will promise you I will pray for you. Having to deal with people like that. Anyways, you need to have more fun. Remember that one too. All right. It says, there could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. So just make sure that you keep everything under control. You know, be nice and kind, basically. Like, why would you want to cause yourself more problems for being mean or disrespectful towards another human being, you know? That's just how I think, but that's just not how everybody thinks. I guess that's the reason why those types of things happen. Well, I want to see if the what the light worker, it says your light oracle card guidebook is. So here's the light workers. Okay, deck. Let me see what we got for Leos. Protection, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. Okay, write that down. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewrite the future. Okay, so it's time for you to rewrite future, whatever that means for you. For me, it would mean starting new traditions, leaving old traditions, you know, just reassessing how you think and how you want your life to be, and making changes accordingly, right? I got two cards here. One says, trust the niggle. What is the niggle feeling trying to tell you? So it's something in your gut. It's like a gut feeling you have. Look at her holding on to her gut. She knows. She's very aware, and she knows. She knows. You know. This is you. They're telling you that you know. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Trust your gut feeling, basically. And then you got unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Well, for you people who believe in past lives and contracts and things like that, it would totally make sense in this scenario because of the upside down King of Knights breakup, along with the Three of Swords, heartbreak and breakup. So, I don't know. We'll have to see in the extended about this Page of Cups that comes in, and how that relationship ends up. But at the moment, I'm not going to get into that. So if you'd like to know more about now your life after you've gone through a new decision, and if you've left behind some things and you started new things or new relationships, what's ahead, you know, that way if there's anything in your way, I can help you try and figure out what it is, so that you can get through it quicker, or you can maneuver it better so that it's easier. That's always a nice thing. So that one that where did those two go? Oh, they're up here. I wanted to read them. Let's see. Unbound. 108. love these cards. Okay. And I've never seen this one. It says, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow or of silence or chastity or poverty. It's time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of life's past. What old ways of being have an expiration date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now, right? Didn't I say that the things that, you learned, the lessons, the spiritual lessons and blessings, they served you. So we're saying, like, thank you, right? Important to acknowledge they have served up till now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. So like I said, call in support. They want you to start using your light, your talents, whatever the power that you've been given to use, whatever it is that you've been given, okay? Not to act out of fear or to play it small. Now is the time, okay? They're calling you. It's a calling. I feel it like it's a calling. So you can call in support to find out what this calling is, this purpose, this divine purpose. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. Work your light activation. Hold the card to your heart and say, ready, repeat after me. I release all soul stories, vows, contracts, and patterns that are no longer aligned with who I came here to be in the present time. I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live that same story. May I be unbound, unbound, forever unbound. So if you've just said that, and that's what you've needed, then you've been set free right now, here and now. And you're free to move forward, okay? In the way that you feel now, you feel that same feeling of liberation. Right? You should never feel like you're controlled in any way. You are in control of yourself, your decisions, and you shouldn't be living in any kind of fear or, any of the, sadness. And those things happen, but that shouldn't be your constant flow, like barely, breathing and, stressed out. And so perhaps, if we have any stress, which I'm sure there is tons of it, you could take some deep breaths. That's what I'm going to recommend for you. Where'd that little one go? Here it is. So like I said, I was going to confirm those other ones just with another one on top of it and see if we get any more information that makes sense. 7 of swords on the bottom. So somebody was probably being deceitful or lying in the marriage or the partnership. Yeah, and that's why there was the breakup. Right? You can't make that shit up. There's 3 of swords. That's why that was the breakup. That's just what I just told. That's what happened in the past. I just gave you the past. I just gave you the present. So we need to see what happens in the future. So come back and I'll let you know what's going to happen then. If you send me a extended, if you would like an extended of what happens, I'll let you in on it. Okay. So I see you're working really hard on yourself, on your happiness, on your goals, on anything that's of value to you, that you value, okay? And you're doing it quite well. So, you know, it's like everything seems like it's going good, or that's the way you want it to be, because it's on top of the Nine of Cups, but you weren't there yet. That's where you want it to be, you know? It was right before your breakup, you know? Now, it took you a while to get over, but there started to be so much passion and you know, motivation and inspiration and, you know, self-confidence and, you know, by moving in a different direction, okay? No, it wasn't hard, you know, to get through this pain that you had, this anguish, the duality of mind, you know, but, you know, after the breakup, you know, and you started to really start making good decisions, you got someone coming in for you, and you're not playing games no more. You've matured spiritually and emotionally and mentally and in all ways, and now you know better. You have an experience behind you, okay? And you never want that to happen again. And you may still have some of these sometimes. Like, you may from time to time still be, obviously, Empress on the bottom, you know, sad about it sometimes because it's over this, you know, where is that? There it is. This Knight of Cups, you know. Yeah, you're leaving. You're leaving. You're going in a different direction. You're going to calmer waters, but you're not happy about it. There's love there. There's a broken heart there. There's love. So, yeah. You're going to think about that person from time to time. You're going to have to see how you can deal with those emotions. You can't just let them fester or just stay, you know, in that grief and loss type of a feeling and expect to move on to happier times. So take care of yourself and learn what you need to learn, heal, learn the lesson as fast as you can to get out of that pain and grief and move along. Make a different choice to get you in a different direction that makes you feel happier and happiest, okay? Yeah, you're a generous person, or whoever is helping you is a generous person, or whoever is giving to you is a generous person. Or for me, this is like a thought of somebody who's giving to two people. So, you know, possibly some of you have had a third party, another person besides you at one time or another, and there's that Three of Swords also. But anyhow, yeah, there might have been some breadcrumbing going on from one or either of the parties, and that was part of the sadness there. You know, I guess the pain here of this person here is like, I thought this would work out. Like, I thought this was my person. I thought this was my end all be all. And you're like, how can it be though? Because this is not what, you know, love feels like, or what I think it should feel like, right? Everybody's on different levels, and, you know, has different boundaries and different, you know, standards of what love is for them. But it was a very sense of confusion of how can I love this person so much, but yet have to give them up or have to, you know, move away from this person, you know, like they're causing me pain, but I still love them. Oh, damn, that's deep. Okay. They're causing you a pain, but you love them very much still. Okay. Well, it's good to see you get up, though, and keep going, because that would be sad if it wasn't. But I still want to know about this other dude coming in. And King of Swords is Libra. Coins look good. Yeah, this is not, I mean, there's some, don't forget that there's some victory, okay? The goals that you want and set, they came in, okay? And you're going in a different direction and you're healing. You're making better choices and someone comes in. That's your story, okay? That's channeled, so just remember that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that whenever you're confused, okay? Be strong. Be strong and continue. Channel message to choose the right, to choose what you need to do for your best self. 7 of Cups. Be strong even when you start to get confused or doubt. Be strong. You know, be strong for what? Be strong to walk away from those things that, you know, you no longer need in your life or want in your life. Something that hurt you, you know, and you didn't find what you needed at where you were, so you're moving on, okay? And, you know, as soon as you decide that you're moving on, then, you know, you get that victory. And that's why I said making choices is very important. So as soon as you make the choice, okay, you get the guy. Well, look down here. As soon as I make that choice, the guy comes in. That's why I said you must have been making good choices, because then the guy came in and, you know, like, you left everything behind. You're like, done. You're being congratulated for your perseverance, for your, you know, keeping good healthy boundaries, or trying to teach about healthy boundaries to other people, you know, especially people who might have been argumentative and didn't understand you, you know. We still be kind, we still be loving to other people while we teach them, okay? But we don't leave people behind, okay? We're one family, we're a unity, humankind. So we always need to, yes, defend what's ours and be proud of that, but we also need to extend out a hand as well sometimes, okay? And that's how you'll create your success, by being generous, okay? See if I have a few more here. This is already getting long. It's 53 minutes. So yeah, you know where you want to go. You have a different direction. You have a different direction in mind. That's probably why she's so nonchalant here, like just reading a book. She already knows where she's going, and you know, she knows her heart's broken, and she knows she's going the opposite direction of the heartbreak. Whatever it is that broke her heart, she's like, no more. He's like, no more. I want to be like this or that. And then you decide, okay, I want to be like this or that. Then be like this or that. Oh, I'm going to leave this one with her. 2 of Swords. I told you. As soon as you make a decision, Two of Swords, your life changes. The new guy comes in. Like, how many times is that going to show up? And you can't make that stuff up, guys. You just can't. It flipped out. You saw it. You went right to that card, so I felt it went there. And it's talking about making the right choice. You must be having some kind of something happening that it's like choosing between two or something. Or why would you have to be choosing, you know? Or, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe once you decide, you know, that you're leaving something behind, like letting it go emotionally, then you're free to move forward, right? Because your heart's open and it's not hurt and broke. But yeah, it looks like there is patience here. There's healing here. She's like learning how to fix her heart, you know, and mend it up, and you know, looking up, you know, how to heart chakra meditation music and heart chakra crystals and doing service and stuff. She's putting her new ideas, right, as a Page of Swords, into action. And her patience, you know, really, and diligence towards her happiness pays off, because now we're starting to celebrate that the heart is mending, okay? So the heart is mending, okay? And, you know, you make a choice that I'm no longer going to let it get like that again. It's never going to be broken like that again. You know better now about at least the situations you know, okay? So those are the cycles we're going to break, is by not making the bad decisions that got us into the relationships that we have to break up with, because, you know, we want to have healthy relationships and find the one that we're not going to break up with anymore, right? Our end all be all. So here is a breakup, though, so I'm sorry, that's just what it says. The Moon over the Page of Cups, you know, maybe some kind of a mystery, like he came out of nowhere, or, you know, maybe it's just showing a deep love for this person, being a Cups and emotion, or just someone who is very much integrated their divine masculine and their divine feminine side. With that Sun and Moon there, and you know, just more stable emotionally, which would also in turn help her, because you know, you just got out of a breakup, and you know, are probably having fears, you know, or something like that, or maybe you have fears about this person, I don't know. But either way, it looks like I said, with your sword, you cut the devil out, whatever that was, an addiction, a behavior, a person, you know, anything that is not good for you, okay? So you cut that out, and guess what? The last two cards here. It's this one and then this one. You walked away towards somebody who is really going to work together with you, or you know, and you're gonna have the happiness that you want. So it is possible, you know, the next person that you meet could be the one, but I don't know that. But I just want to leave you with my heartfelt thanks for being here, and I hope that any of this helped you. And to let you know that you are understood here, you're not judged here, and that, you know, we're here to support you as like a family. Like, we know how you feel, okay? I can feel through the cards, the grief or the pain or the hurt, you know, or the joy or the love, you know, or the happiness. And I see a lot of that coming really soon, so please just lift up your head and know it's coming. It's very soon, okay? So May, the beginning of May looks, you know, like at the end you're going to get some kind of sparks and ideas, you know, and you're going to start putting them into practice, and you're going to start, amping up things on as far as healing your heart. And, and all of this is just momentum towards making a decision to leave behind the mental conflict, that you're allowing to just go around rent-free in your head, right? As the Nine of Swords suggests, you're just thinking round and round, having nightmares or pain or whatever. So you've cut that out. Anything that is ailing you or paining you or making you less than happy. So congratulations to you for making that happen if you make the right decisions, the right choices. So thank you for being here again, and namaste.